time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too.
Where did you get the idea to start Paint the Town?
I was part of a collaborative group, Paint the Town Project, that's our full name. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Armandina Mata. She's a counselor at Memorial Junior High. She came up with it because when it comes to kids, there's always some kind of project going on. So that's where the project comes in. But Paint the Town Project, we started way back as an ad hoc committee, and this committee was comprised of, and I was one of the civic leaders. It was comprised of all different levels of law enforcement. You know, police officers, they're the ones that see, hey, wait a minute, you know, there's a group of kids that are tagging a particular neighborhood, what's happening? And at that time, there was nobody doing it continuously. I've worked with teenagers for a long, long time, so I've always been in the loop as far as activities, safe activities that teenagers can do. So I was part at that time of the City of Eagle Pass Youth Commission. I started our first event, and that took place at the historic San Juan Plaza. We had close to 100 people show up, and we assigned groups to go here and there, and so we just tested it out. And our very first event was on Earth Day. Again, we clean up our community. Earth Day, it's a wonderful opportunity for us to just promote Earth Day, and so that's how we started. And then, because it was such a success, we started doing it once a week in the summertime. When our first summer, I was helping out with Paint the Town twice a day. That's how popular it became.
To describe Paint the Town in one word, what would you describe it as?
Paint.
So we would have a daytime Paint the Town and then a nighttime Paint the Town. And like I said, that we only did that several times because it was just a lot of work for me. But you guys really enjoyed it, and that's the whole point, is for you to learn from this process. So that's how initially we got started. And then, you know, law enforcement, they got assigned here, go there. And so basically I was the only one that stayed. You know, here we go. Oh my gosh, 12 years later, and we're still doing it. So we're very thankful. And of course to the school district, who lets us give you guys community service hours through our program. And we want for kids to realize, hey, I did Paint the Town. I know that tagging is not right. I'm not going to do it as an adult. I'm not going to do it as a teenager. I'm just not going to do it because, again, you're damaging our community. Mm-hmm.
The program, what I think it's doing is it's uniting the town in a way that it's getting all these kids that have nothing to do or want to help out the community or get community service hours and do something recreational with it, helping out the community in that sort of way.
There's less vandalism. There's less activity. Now the group has gotten so large, it's difficult for us to tackle little problems here and there. So basically what we do now is we base ourselves out of a local city park or a local park outside the city limits, and go from there.
I really enjoyed being in Paint the Town. It was one of a kind experience.
Would I recommend Paint the Town for my friends? Yes, I would.